1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's all that noise coming from in the background? That shouldn't be there. Let me listen on the headphones. No, that's not a good sound. Oh, I know what it is. Found it. That's fixed. Okay. Hey, if anybody's watching, hey, Iman came on. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm just testing right now. Two things are happening. You notice the camera on the 7300 is jittery. The 60 cycles was the headphone jack on the 9700 was on the touching ground. Took that off. That fixed it. But yeah, the jittery stuff. If I go to the 7300 camera directly, look at this. I'll switch to just the camera. Jittery stops. Just stops. But if I go to where I'm using it on another page, like this, to do live HF stuff, it gets all bent out of shape and starts jittering. I don't know why. And I found out that the chat program I use to get all your chats on the screen, I switched to the Chrome browser. Well, Chrome browser doesn't support that anymore. So we're screwed. All right, so we have to use Brave browser when I go live. I can't use Chrome. That's nice to know, isn't it? Weird, but I'm running 10 meters right now, and I just made a QSO. A guy up in the Northeast, we did that. That was, where was he? He was up in New Jersey. And I'll hit enable transmit again, and we'll do it some more. How's everybody doing? There's not a lot of satellite passes today. The next decent ISS pass isn't until I think 9:40 tonight, 8:40 tonight. We got a 20-degree pass. Man, it is pissing me off that camera's jittery like that. I don't know why it's doing that. But if I just look at the camera directly, it's like, here's the 9700. That's what I do the satellite passes on. That's fine. Yeah, always IT related, I know. Iman, it's a bitch. But look, that looks fine. If I go to 7300, it looks fine. But let's see if I go to the SAT pass if the 9700 is jittery. No, 9700 looks fine there. If we go to the SAT screen on Brave, I got to tell it to go on Brave. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to use the Brave app. I mean, the Brave browser when I'm doing... You know what the problem is, Iman? I am so fussy. Like right now, I'm not happy with the way the video looks on the 9700 because every time I go on it, I turn the backlight compensation to 0 and the contrast up to max, and it never saves those settings. Every time I open up the browser, I got to do it. See, that looks so much better, right? It's most likely when the frequencies swap, Mike. It's making it refocus. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I have it set for manual focus. That's not the problem. The problem is the backlight compensation and the contrast go up. If I look at the focus, I have it. Oh, it was on auto. I put it on manual, so it shouldn't change. Anyway, it's working fine right now. I got it on manual focus, so it shouldn't try to refocus when the frequencies change. And I put a different camera. Originally, I had a newer camera on here, but the newer camera didn't have as fine of an adjustment as this does. So, all right, so if we do a satellite pass, that's looking good. We just have to use the Brave browser. I think I'm going to set Brave as the default again and forget about... just made another QSO on WSJTX on 10 meters. Another one in the U.S. Whiskey 1, Sierra, Foxtrot, Juliet. That's another problem I'm having. The Ham Radio Deluxe log is not logging, but it is logging on QRZ. Let me change set as default. Okay, so it just changed all that. Brave there too. I'm changing everything back to Brave. I was going to switch over to Google Chrome, but the chat doesn't work in Google Chrome. I don't want Firefox. I want that. Set as default. ACDC, Chrome, HTML document. Go to Brave. Change. Go over here. Set that. I'm setting everything to Brave. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going through setting the default programs. So we'll go back to Brave and we'll forget about Chrome. Although the problem is some of the extensions that I use, some of the pages I go to don't work on Brave. You have to like if somebody sends me a link to go to a page and fill something out, it doesn't know what to do because it tells me the link isn't available. But if I open that same link in Chrome, it works fine. So I guess whenever I have that problem, I'll just switch over to Chrome just for that issue. Anyway, what are we doing right now? We're doing WSJTX right here. We just made another QSO. Woohoo. All right. Enable transmit again. That was Spain. We just got Spain. I love it. On 10 meters. It's great. You know, I don't understand why the 70... It's not vibrations. It's just... There's something wrong with why it's doing that. I don't know why it does that. But here, we can... I have to make this video 7300 look better, too. I got to go in there and configure video. Turn off the backlight compensation. Turn up the contrast. Make sure it's on manual focus. Tell it to apply. All right. So that looks better now, but it's still jittery. And that, you know, the funny thing is, and I don't know anything about how I can fix this. I bought a new camera because I thought the camera was busted. But watch, if I switch to the 7300, the jitteriness goes away. And the radio's transmitting. You see there's hardly any SWR because I got the tuner on. I'm using the 160 meter NFED for this right now. Interesting. Is anybody watching? I didn't even look to see if anybody... Oh, we got one watch. It's just me and Iman. Thanks, Iman. I'm going to go shut this down now and come back with the slideshow. So I will catch you later, Iman. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.